It says we're live.
Hello, Internet. Hello, everyone. It's me, Daniel Sims, Mr. Defund DLC. Just trying to connect with everybody, say hello. It's been a couple weeks since we've been on here, so we just trying to say hello. And I think the last time we tried to connect with everybody, it was Securus. The app wasn't working, so there you go. We got to deal with deficient products. It's not like we have, the access to the real technology that you guys got out there. We have to depend upon one company, and the products are so defective that you never know if something's going to work or if you're going to be charged a high price for it or whatnot. So it is what it is. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, just enduring this struggle in here. Just another day of idleness, just surrounded by oppression, negativity, violence. It's a sad existence, and it's happening in America,
Absolutely.
But it's good to talk to people and reconnect with the world and see how everyone's doing out there for the most part. I remember I think it was in 2006. I was just coming into prison with this long prison sentence, and I felt so hopeless and so alone. And one of the first things that I tried to do was get on some pen pal websites, try to meet people, try to connect with society, and because you get surrounded by the negativity in prison, and everybody's fighting over everything. You know what I mean? Because the prison administration keeps all the resources scarce in here. So everybody's fighting over everything from the pull-up bar to dip bar to the commissary. And it was really hard for me to get acclimated back to that prison life. And so anyway, I was reaching out to pen pals and trying to find a way to connect with people outside these walls. And just long story short, I didn't actually find, but I didn't actually get on I didn't find anybody to really connect with back then. And needless to say, I ended up falling into negativity. I started really getting into self-medicating with drugs and whatnot. And it was just a really lonely time for me. And so being able to reconnect with society through pen pals or through this platform with the Defund DLC community has really made a difference for me personally, to being able to actually speak the truth of what's really happening inside prisons across the country. It has opened my heart, in my mind to a new world, and it just really opened me up. And so I just kind of want to share that with everybody as we're talking here, because a lot of times people want to forget about those behind, but honestly, we really need you. You know what I mean? We need those people in the society. We need those people to be a part of this movement and being a part of this world, because you sometimes are the reason why that people are able to stay out of the drama, out of the politics, out of the gang life, because when you have somebody that's there in your corner, giving you an ear to listen or to speak for you when an injustice happens, then all of a sudden you start having purpose again. You know what I mean? And so I just wanted to share that. Anyway, do you got any news that we should share? We got any news that we should share with the community? Let everybody know. Anything?
Not really. We're trying to get back on track with everything. I've kind of been out of the spotlight for the past couple weeks dealing with some other stuff, but starting to get everything rolling
Yeah.
again.
You don't mind if I share? I think everybody in the community already knows, right?
Probably.
Yeah, it's been really tragic the last couple of weeks. Linda's mom had we found that she had a cancerous tumor inside of her brain, and so yeah, we had to rush her to the hospital, and she had to have surgery. I'll kind of like let Linda brief everybody on what exactly we had, what we've been going through.
Well, she had her surgery, and then within like a day and a half, she was discharged from the hospital, but she's currently homebound, recovering. So I've been home from work. I haven't been working. I'm on leave currently and taking care of her. Basically, I just have to make sure she's not alone. She usually wakes up really early, so she wakes me up so I can go sit with her and make sure everything's okay. Basically, just helping her with everything she needs around the house. And like at nighttime, she likes to bring water to her room, and she needs the ice pack for the back of her head because she's got an incision probably halfway down her head. So she's been keeping it iced. She gets the stitches out on Wednesday, but I kind of jumped around there. So I make sure I bring her water into her room at night, get her ice whenever she needs it, get her food and all that. So it's just like doing all this stuff to help her so she doesn't have to do anything. But yeah, we go get the stitches out on Wednesday. She's got a lot of appointments. She's got nurses that come to the house. Physical therapy and occupational therapy come to the house to work with her. So it's just been busy.
It's been a kind of a big deal, you know. Brain surgery is not a small thing. Like literally, they went in there and took some pieces of tumor growing on her brain. So that was a real scary thing. We were all scared.
She had been sick for the whole week to 2 weeks before she went to the emergency room, and she was just going to go to urgent care. She thought she had an ear infection because she was super dizzy. And the day before she went to the emergency room, she had kind of fallen into the couch, and I had to help her up. So my brother took her to the ER Monday the 13th, and we've kind of been dealing with it since.
Yeah, that's a very sad thing, and you know, I genuinely feel like within the next 10 years they're gonna have cures for cancer and all that stuff because of the way that technology is unfolding with artificial intelligence and CRISPR and all that technology. I think that we're like at the back part, like literally at the final lapse of curing cancer. I think they already got a cure for skin cancer now. So it's like, man, like if we can just get to that line where we can find a cure for her and others that have cancer, you know, that would be amazing, you know?
Well, it's kind of spread throughout her whole body at this point. So she's been fighting it since 2019. It's just been one big hit after another for her, but she jumps right back up and she gets going again. And right now she just wants to get back to work.
Wow. Yeah, that is a true thing that I heard you tell me before, is that it's in her organs now, and so the cancer has been spreading. So even though we got the brain cancer out, it's still spreading all through her organs now.
Yeah, I mean
so,
it's colon cancer. So the cancer in her brain, it's still colon cancer. It's spread, I think, to her kidneys, her gallbladder, her lungs, her breast, her spleen, and then now brain. So just
sad.
dealing with that
so,
stuff.
Yeah, we appreciate your thoughts and your words and your kindness and prayers, and just, you know, continue growing with us. We're sharing our journey and our struggles with you guys, and we hope that you'll share your struggles with us as well. That way we can stay, connected. And if there's anything we can do for you,
Mm-hmm.
we love highlighting people's stories and lifting you guys up out there. You know what I mean? Because we're just one community. We're the prison reform community. Defund DLC loves loves you guys out there, and just continue striving for excellence. But
Yeah, definitely.
that's
I have a lot of people that contact me with their stories that they want shared through our social media and to speak about. I was contacted by one of the admins from Prison Riot Radio earlier today. She asked if we could share her group, and I'm more than happy to do that for people. She shared ours as well. So that way, if they have followers that don't know we exist, then those people can find us as well. So we're kind of all here to help together and stand together.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing that we all know inside of prison. Like, we got to get on each other's shoulders, and so I really hope that we are kind of like inspiring that out there as well. Like, let's get on each other's shoulders. Like, this is not a one person thing. This is like we can all do this together and like kind of build up and bubble it up to the national level someday. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, this system is so corrupt. You know what I mean? It's like a corrupt, evil system. Like, we're on the right side of justice. We're on the right side of history, fighting for prison reform, because this is just a really corrupt system. You know what I mean? When you are just like constantly exploiting people and stealing their wages and slavery and all, like every little element of prison today is just really corrupt. So we just really need everybody to be a part of it. You know what I mean? So yeah, definitely. If you got anything that you would like us to share, we'll definitely share it and give it a broadcast it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. If anybody watching has any comments, questions, or would like to share something, please leave that in the chat and I will read it to Daniel.
Yeah, absolutely. I think one of the things I really want to also start is perhaps like a TikTok chain or like a hashtag or whatever, and like just to talk about like stories of injustice. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I was arrested by this cop and he treated me like I was a piece of crap, or I was an animal, or I went to court and my public defender threw me under the bus and treated me like crap and did this or that. Like, these are stories that the American people should know about because they're so prolific that, you know what I mean? Like, I'm surprised there's not a huge hashtag under something like that. You know what I mean? Like, we need to like really highlight how corrupt this system is.
Yeah, there's a lot all over Facebook, TikTok, everything about that kind of stuff. So people are trying to enlighten others.
Yeah, we need to keep doing. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I'm done. I just finished what I was saying.
Okay. Yeah, so that's a good thing. So we got a lot of projects we're working on. We got a lot of projects we're working on, and so I just hope that everybody continues to be a part of this community. Dang near got took off on behind me. Who knew who that could have been? You gotta worry about that. You see how I turned up real quick. You never know. Like I'm doing this podcast, I'm doing this live, but yeah, I could have been assaulted from behind. Like, you never know. Like, that's how prison is, and so you gotta just be on your P's and Q's.
Yeah, you got good reflexes.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been in prison almost 20 years now. So if anybody got any questions or whatnot, just go ahead and ask them, because I'm gonna answer you straight up from a perspective of a prisoner. Like of somebody that's actually in here. You're not gonna get the blue line. You're not gonna get the corrupt side, which is all the power of the elite, all the people that are in power. We're not gonna speak from their side because their side is covered. They got the bully pulpit. You know what I mean? They're up there on the bully pulpit, bullying our people and saying that this is the way that we need to treat crime and whatnot. But that's why we're here. You know, we got to put a face to a different type of system, and I think our system is better system, treatment and careers. You know what I mean? That's what we want for our people. You know what I mean? So, anyways, definitely ask some questions if you guys got any questions out there. We hope to answer anything for you. I know everybody's out there busy on Sunday. I mean, probably getting ready for the weeks ahead. So, you know,
Yeah,
I understand that.
I mean, I'd probably be sleeping if I could be.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. So let's get into the story. I know back in 2010 when I think I was at Coyote Ridge Correction Center. This is over by Tri-Cities in Washington. It's like the eastern part of Washington, and it was like a fairly new prison that they just opened up, and they had moved me so far from like my city, which everybody knows I'm from Seattle, and so it was like hours away from my city, and I just think that when I was there at that time, I was like really lost inside myself. Like I really didn't understand what I was like searching for, and so like I fell in with the all the the trouble people, because they pull you in, like it's real camaraderie at first, you know what I'm saying? Like misery loves company. So like when you're in that world and like everybody around you is like not miserable, but you know what I mean? Like they're living in misery. They want to see other people feel that way. So anyway, I fell into that, and one of the things that I ended up doing was I really started using drugs again. I started using a lot of smoking a lot of marijuana. I did other drugs while I was there, and I really felt lost within myself, and so I really started getting back into jailhouse lawyer. I started actually getting into legal stuff. I started finding that I actually have a passion for fighting for civil rights. I had a passion for that, and I had a passion for, looking out for those that are downtrodden, those that are suffering. Those are the people that I had a heart for, and so that's what really got me into becoming a jailhouse lawyer, and the oppression. When you deal with oppression on a systemic basis, you kind of gain a lot of understanding of like the struggles of marginalized people that have been oppressed, people that have suffered. All of a sudden you get a heart for those people, because all of a sudden you realize, like, dang, like discrimination, prejudice, like it is so vicious. You know what I mean? Like it is so vicious. And you got people on the dais at the legislature that the way that they talk is so full of evilness. Like this one lady, I was listening to her. She was talking about prison work and how they force us to work prison jobs, and she said she didn't see the correlation from them forcing us to work in prison and slavery. And I was like, what the heck? What planet are you living on? It's the exact same thing. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say her name, but it's just like, it's just a cruel system, man. When these corrupt politicians, they get up on the bully pulpit, and then they use that bully pulpit to bully our most poor people, our disadvantaged people, and so like, I don't know. That's why I'm kind of where I am today. Just who I am as a person. I like fight for the underdog. I like fight for you guys out there and your descendants. You know what I mean? And so we really need you guys to be a part of this movement, Defund DLC, so that we can keep going. I think we did a really good podcast today. Linda, what was your take on it? What was your
well, before we go into that, I just want to say that Stephanie commented, and she said, hi, how are you? So that's Stephanie's comment. I was trying to read it, but you were in your story. And she also says she agrees with what you were talking about. The podcast was with a couple people that we met pretty much through Visit yesterday. But yeah, we've got a podcast. It's kind of about a few different things, really.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm doing good, Stephanie, and thank you so much for tuning in. You're much needed asset to this community. You know, all you out there, you think that you're not making a difference, but like, I try to like, you know, really like explain to people like they don't realize like how powerful they are. You know what I'm saying? Like just their eyeballs. You know what I'm saying? Just their ears. Just their subscriber button. Just be, you know, they're like what you like. I mean, you can like frivolous stuff all day long, all that frivolity, but there's people suffering in this country. You know what I mean? And the ones that are really awake to what is happening, those are the people that are here with us. You know what I'm saying? On Defund DLC, because I think that there's a real problem here, you know, and I think a lot of people are starting to wake up to it. So I'm just, you know, we just got to continue to do so, you know.
Yep. Are you having some issues? Keep looking back.
Yeah, I thought I seen something behind me again. You know what I mean? And so I gotta keep an eye on it. I got the whole day roll full like 200 people behind me. So
Stephanie says they need to put more programs in the prison system, and I think we agree completely with that.
Yeah, that's 100%. Like, I think that the major thing is like the government. Its only legitimate reason to separate people from society should be one thing, and that's to rehabilitate. That's period. I think that's the only legitimate reason they should be separated from their community, and that's not happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're just warehousing our people and keeping them idle, and it's an ugly look on our country. There's so many of us incarcerated, so yeah, I appreciate you.
So I want to say something, because watching Victor Gonzalez TikToks, anytime he hears the word rehabilitated, he can't stand that word, because that would insinuate that someone was like habilitated, you know, before they went to prison and need the rehabilitating. So I mean, I can see that view. I mean, you guys, like you always say, you come from broken homes. You're all just broken men. Anybody we've talked to, we've never heard someone say, I had a perfect life.
Absolutely. No, you're right. That is a good way to look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I think of rehabilitation, I really am inside myself thinking about restoration. You know what I mean? I'm thinking within myself, like, people that are restored in themselves enough to be mature in their mind, mature in their thinking, you know, forward thinking, altruistic thinking, you know, thinking about others, empathy, you know what I mean? Like, sustainability, being able to sustain oneself, just so many different elements that have to go into being a restored human.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And most people never had that.
Yeah.
So prison needs to be the place where they learn that. And that's not what's happening.
Yeah, exactly. No, I agree with you, because, you know, the sad thing is, and you know the story, Linda, like a lot of people say they just want a second chance, and they said they're like, we're in the business of giving second chances. A lot of the people in here, and that's including myself, they never had a first chance. You know what I mean? We want just our first chance. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been in prison 20 years now, and I feel like I never was given a real chance. When I was out, my mind was not matured. I was using drugs to medicate myself and to overcome the trauma.
You were trying to survive.
You know what I mean?
You were just trying to survive.
Like, yeah, and so I was just in a recidivism, like just like I was just not a good person mentally all the way around, and that's what I think. Honestly, that's what a lot of our people in prison are suffering the same thing. You know, a lot of them don't even look people in the eye because they don't have that. They don't have that. They can't even look people in the eye. They just don't have that confidence. They're just broken men. You know what I mean? And then when you give them the time to share their story, to share their struggle, you'll see like people all patted back, you know, supposed hardened criminals break down like and cry because they're humans. We're all humans, you know, and we just want you know, another chance at life and
just a chance.
Anyway, we have a chance. Yeah.
So before we run out of time, we've got a couple minutes left. I just want to say, if anybody, because I've noticed a few people come in late into it, we only have 30 minutes for the video. So if anybody wants me to reach out and let you know exactly when we're going to be doing it so you can plan to watch with us, send me a message on Facebook.
Yeah, exactly.
Send me a message on Facebook and I will let you know exactly when we're doing the lives, and I'll give you a reminder shortly before. We do lives once a week usually, but I think for the next couple of weeks we'll probably be doing 2 a week. And then there was something else I was going to say. Oh, I'm going to be making a post on Facebook because I'm super frustrated. I'm going to make a post about our visit experiences the past 2 days, and what we're dealing with in going into visit Daniel. So, I'm going to make a post about that because I'm super frustrated, and I'm also going to be sending an email. So if anybody else wants to advocate for us and advocate for Daniel to get back to minimum custody, please let me know. We're trying to get him back to minimum. He doesn't belong in medium, so we need to get him back.
Yeah, and also we got to change.org. We really need signatures on fighting for clemency. I've been in prison 20 years. Nobody was even severely hurt in my case. It was a drug deal dispute turned alleged robbery, but nobody was hurt severely. So I really need some signatures on my change.org. If you can get over there and join that. Also, go get these free books. All new subscribers to the podcast get a free book, Defund DOC book, or the Art of Living book. Go get that free book. Go copy it right now. Just go subscribe on defunddoc.net. Now go get it. Or I'm going to send some missions out there to you guys.
All right. We have 30 seconds.
I hope everyone out there is doing good. Much love and respect to everyone out there.
Thanks.
Have a good day.
Thanks to everybody who viewed.